Okay, already you know, right, the syllabus. Okay, I will open that also. Okay, hope the same syllabus you can see in our nomination form, that link. So it's the same only, there is no changes. Hadoop, Docker, AWS, Azure, and Snowflake. These are the main important topic which are will be covered. What is the topic we are going to cover? Everything I just mentioned. And this is a completely slow track, to be honest I'm saying, because while joining the people, take and non-take, both of them is available. No places to go in fast track. So understanding is main important. Even 5 members is enough. I can start the training. Okay, I am not wait for the other people, for the bulk people. It's a kind of community based. I'm going to plan it, and for my upcoming learning, this will help me. That's it. I didn't think more than that. So it's quality is very important. What are the cases I'm going to take it out? That should reach you. So once you understand the concept, then only we will go for the next topic. That's I'm 100% sure. If you're not satisfied, I can refund your amount with 100% without any question. I promise. Okay. And each of you, while joined, your batch will be created as a separate WhatsApp group. There you can raise all your doubts. It should respond within a time. Maybe the people will be respond when your batch members will respond you. Otherwise, I will respond back whatever your queries in that. Okay, and separately we can give you some VM upgraded. So it's a latest version will be installed and will give you for your practices. So what are all the things is available that I just already mentioned, the content, syllabus content. So it's approximate 50 hours I just mentioned, but it will cost more than 50 to 70. It's a depends on your understanding as well as your course. Okay, the people will be eligible to understand faster, then it's easy. Otherwise, it will go minimum 50 hours to 70 hours more, I'm sure. So each topic we are going to discuss detail and it with examples. And it's kind of interactive session only completely. Okay, so if you have feel too shy to ask any question, you have a private chat to reach me on during that session itself. I have that meeting chat, right? You can raise your doubt. I will not answer. I will not mention your name, but I will answer your question. Okay, that's I will do it. Or you can open to talk with me directly. You have unmute and you can ask me any question. That's also you can find. If suppose you have any problem and you will not be satisfied in some point, you cannot mention with your name. You feel something shy, something. I'm not sure. You can. I will open a separate feedback form in a survey. It's a kind of survey form. I will open it. You don't want to mention anything. It's a common feedback. Two feedback form I will give you. One is for each topic based. Each topic based feedback from one will be I will give you at the end of the session. Another one is a common feedback. If any improvement is needed or anything you will not be understand properly, you can mention that. That's not required your name. Okay, the topic I will repeat again during the sessions. Okay, most of the cases people will not be asked the questions directly or they will not be shy to ask it. So it should be an interactive. If any place you have doubt or you will not be understand even for a single say, a small information, you can know what is SDF or something, you can ask me directly in call. If you feel this is whether I'm only not aware about it, you can raise me in private chat or you can come to me in separate also. Everything I will give you. Understanding is matter. That's it. Okay. So this two feedback form, you can fill this at any time, no problem. Anytime during the session, you can mention and fill it. It will be reached to me. It's not required your name and all. Based on that, I can understand what is your expectation, something I can go forward. To be honest, I'm saying. And this is the, I will show you that feedback form also. Sample I will. There is a way some of the sample feedback from each batch I will create and give you. You can raise, you can provide the answer. It's a kind of checkbox answer. Only improvements tab will give you as a text boxes. Okay, you can fill it. Sample I just open. Okay, so this kind of tab is available. You can fill it. I will send you the link. You can fill it. So rest of there is a common, only checkbox. Here only is major important. If anything you will not be clear or not satisfied, you can mention here. Based on that, I can take the decision for upcoming session. Okay, and completely we just plan to go in Python. Python 3 is completely all the sessions we will go with Python. So Python basic also will be covered from the scratch to intermediate level, and then we can go forward. Okay, so session timing already I mentioned 7:30 to 8:30, and before starting the session, it should be doubt clarification. Session for 20 minutes, and then session start. Rest of the timing almost 2 hours I mentioned, right? So 20 minutes for doubt clarification. We can mention 2 hours. Maybe doubt clarification will go with 20 minutes. Break for 5 minutes, and then session will continue. Okay, if no doubts, then we can continue with the session, and I will give you agenda before itself. What is we are going to cover it today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. The topic agenda will give you before starting the session. Okay, so based on that, you will get some idea what is we are going to learn today and tomorrow, and then we can go forward. Okay, any question till now?
Uh, Dinesh, like, what are the prerequisites for to learn this course? Like,
It's
if we need to
not
aware of any Java.
not required. That's what I said. Python based, we just plan to go because in big data, two platform you can use it. One is go with the Java, another one is Python. Only you want to be a data engineer, Java will mostly help you. If suppose you have planned to go in machine learning part, Python. I will be working with Java, Scala, and Python. But my opinion to take with Python because I am working with right now in machine learning part integration with big data engineering. So for skill upgrade, future will help you Python very fast to compare with Java and things. And Spark is a kind of tools you can learn via Scala and Python. But we just plan to go in PySpark completely because it should be a single programming. You can understand the concept and you will get some confidence with the programming. That's I trust. So that beginning, I just start with the Python scratch and then I will go for the session topics with whatever we will be discussed. So session flow will be first Hadoop, I will be covered, and then Python intermediate level it will be covered. What all we are going to cover, that's I just already mentioned, and then PySpark will be covered. PySpark once it is over, Kafka, and then Docker, and then Cassandra, and then Airflow, and then any cloud like AWS or Azure, anyone, and then Snowflake. There is a pipeline flow. We just plan it to go. Okay. So this is the way we will be going. Real time project will be covered with your cloud only. So cloud session is started. We just go and we'll see sample projects. We can see how we can interact with the data. But real-time projects, one should be go with Azure and one should be go with AWS. And combo of Azure and AWS, Snowflake will be available, any one of the part. And this one project will be in Azure batch, another one is in AWS streaming. Something it will be. Or Azure will be a streaming, AWS will be a batch processing. Something two project is a real time, the end-to-end pipeline flow we can give you. This is the plan. Okay. Small project at the session itself, I will tell you how we can do that and will give you some sample assignments and I will divide your team into two. With your interest and opinion only, I can go forward, not forcing anyone. If really interested, you can capable to handle it. I will make some your team your batch members into two team. One will be in but is a kind of a hackathon I just planned. I will give you some samples use cases. You have to work it out and come back to me. Okay. Then only what is your understanding? That's I can understand. After that, Kafka is over. We will be make some hackathon and we'll watch it out. Every end of the session, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you want to show your assignments. I can give you to sharing a screen. You can mention what you have done something. And it's like a round robin. Each member in your team will show what they have done. It should be in cross integrations. So cross learning will help you more, whatever you will be learned. That's a high trust. So whatever I will be made, I will just go with hands-on and all. You learn and immediately maybe chance to forget it. But if you're supposed to go with any assignment based, you will be doing some keywords you can remember. That is only will help you to clear the interview. So this is the plan we have. Okay. Any question?
Yeah, I have one question.
Hmm.
For AWS, I think in the syllabus you mentioned Elastic Cloud Compute, AWS Lambda, AWS CloudWatch.
Hmm.
Would you be going deep into that one, or will you just show the how to
No,
act?
it's a kind of pipeline based because separately AWS we can take for 2 months. That
Oh,
kind of
okay.
syllabus is available. It is correlated with your data engineering part. Mainly, we are using EMR and easy to implementations and a Lambda and serverless architecture, how it is going to be work. These the kind of things. Its main part to EMR supports. How EMR is working, what are the respective other tools will help you. And if suppose as a data engineer, not only for EMR, other tools also you can use it. I will show you the Kinesis and all in runtime, how it is working, but we cannot go in depth in that because we have to cover everything. Whatever will be mentioned, that should be covered in detail. That's I will be expect. So I cannot mention to force everything this time.
Okay. How about AWS Lambda? Would you be showing how to
Lambda,
trigger a
yeah,
Lambda
Lambda,
function?
yes, exactly. Serverless architecture, how we can automate it, and even based trigger based how it is working. That all we will be going to discuss. Because in real time, they maybe go with mostly in serverless. That's a cost cutting based. So cost cutting is very important, right? So serverless also they will be using. So that is I will show you end to end.
Okay.
What about
And
AWS Glue?
Glue will not be used here because
Okay.
if suppose I'm going to include the syllabus, if it's kind of basics, it's not enough to you. So I need to give whatever I'm giving the services. I want to go in depth a little. That's I hope. So that's the reason I just give you some of the basic topics. EMR should be available and the implementation of EC2 integrations, Lambda, and some other things. It's a kind of basic analysis how we are going to do it.
Yeah, the finally when we go for the interview, they will ask about the current project,
You can
how the
mention
data
that
is.
yes, nobody's will ask you all the services you have used or not. To be honest, I'm saying as a panelist, I know they will what are the services you used that depthness they will be expected from you. That's it. So if suppose you'll be working with the EMR, EC2, Lambda, or any other tools, right? I just opened the syllabus. because it's a combination. All the tools we have to cover, so we cannot go in depth everything. So EMR, EC2, S3 bucket implementations, and Lambda. So these are all the basics, right? You are the enter into the big data world. These are also main mandatory. AWS Glue and Kinesis stream, data stream, firewalls is available, data analytics is available. If suppose I'm going to take everything, it will take more time. Then it's a paid one, so you have to pay more. So it's a less cost and everything will be covered. That's the motive.
Not even Redshift also we are not covering.
Which one?
Redshift in AWS.
That's what we just go with the Snowflake separately. Nobody is, it's not a nobody. Few of them will be migrate to the Snowflake instead of Redshift. So that is advantage, and it's Snowflake will be alternative for Hadoop in the future. So trending nowadays in few foreign countries. So that I just included. You can see this one. Snowflake, what you are going to learn it. Stages and Snowpipe with Azure and Snowpipe with the AWS will be covered. Metalized view, CDC, streamings, and time travel operation. These are also major things.
Okay.
These are all mandatory things actually. What are also mandatory that will be covered.
Okay. How about data warehousing concept? I think you should be familiar with data warehousing concept.
Virtual data warehouse, we just go with Snowflake here itself, right? Snowflake is a kind of data warehousing only, right? Virtual warehouse.
Yeah. How about the basic concepts about data warehousing?
Yeah, that's how we can create that. That's entire the flow architecture level we can discuss, and then how we are going to create the virtual warehouse, something, right? Everything we are going to see it. While doing the practice hands-on, I will show you how to create the virtual data warehouses, how we can implement it, performance wise, how we can handle it, and the different types of what is the privilege access. So such kind of things we will be going to see that.
Dinesh, sorry to interrupt. Like, how can you are going to explain like how the real time, like daily, how the data flow will go to the Snowflake, and with the different source system we are getting the files and our real time like tables, and
That's
we are
the project is going right. That will be integrated. We will be do some streaming data that will be load into the Azure or AWS that we can migrate to the Snowpipe, and the Snowflake will be interact the data. That's the pipeline flow we can show. So you can see that
okay.
combination. So that's the reason Snowpipe with Azure and AWS. Both I can show you in Snowflake session. So Snowpipe, how we can create and use it. Both I will show you. I'll go with project, right? At the time, any one of the point, I will use it in real time. So understanding as well as reality, both you can see. Okay.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, you will be showing one project using AWS and one project using Azure, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Batch and streaming, both we can see, right?
Yeah.
So that one will be in a batch, one will be in stream. That's based on your team members. Would they like to go with streaming? Which one they will be select? I can go with. No problem.
Oh, for streaming in Azure, would you be covering Azure Event Hubs, all those things?
IoT Hub, Event Hub, that is also fine. I can create and I can show you how we can do that.
Okay.
Services we can use it, but that concept wise we cannot go in depth in that particular apart from the topics, because this will take a minimum to as of my understanding, minimum 5 to 10 sessions, depends on the understanding each of another topic. So it will be take more time, so it's irritating everyone not interested. That is also I just face it.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
Hi, Dinesh. Suresh here. Good morning.
Please.
So,
Yeah,
one question: when we say streaming and batch, is it more related to Lambda architecture and other things on architectural design perspective?
streaming will be a Kappa architecture,
Kappa
and
and
batch
Lambda.
processing Lambda will be go with that. That's a plan.
So, will you help us on reading few architectural designs, how to build a system, those materials over there as a working set?
While I give you some hands assignments, right, the hackathon, I will give you that use cases you can design, or I will help you. The major problem, mostly that who are all is learning, don't have that particular account. That's a problem. They cannot go in depth in that point. But I will help you how to do these things. The
Okay.
pipeline flow and architecture flow, I will help you. That thing's no issue.
Okay. Thanks. And regarding a real-time project while we are doing, how does it really get deployed? Because I've not seen a big data end-to-end application getting deployed somewhere apart from theory learning. So that understanding of how, while we are doing the project, how will get deployed and how to monitor them, or what are all the issues which we
In
face? Those kind.
batch project, mostly nowadays they will not be go with the schedule based. Okay, they will be go with the container based. They will go right now. So I will show you how container based we can deploy. That is, I can show you for batch. Streaming is not a scheduling part and all. Directly will be integrated only that fail safe. If suppose data is not available, how we can recover the data. So such kind of consumer groups and checkpointing concept, that fail safe concept, I will cover. That all will come right based on the
Okay.
streaming and batch will be combined. So that I just give you all the topics. Docker file, using the Docker file, we can deploy that containers, and there we can import out batch jobs and all. That we can go into see.
Okay. Yes. There is one more request apart from this. Like once we do it, how does DevOps or a DevSecOps work in deployment? Little bit of an understanding how at real time an organization handles after we learn these topics. How does they store the code and it gets automatically deployed in DevOps environment?
Yeah,
Some
I agree. During the interview session, I can give you some idea, because the problem is whatever I'm going to cover, that should be in little quality to you. That is my motive. So if suppose DevOps for Jenkins, Ansible, we can implement it, but the session will go more, and we cannot concentrate in depth in that.
sure,
So
Dinesh.
I cannot.
No, my expectation
But
is like
I
if you
will.
can
I will tell you.
help
Yeah.
on what I can learn, I will do it outside the session out of the course content. Just I need some help on the directions where I
Oh,
can.
sure. DevOps part, I can help you. What they are doing in real time, that I will tell you. Using SSL, that authentication based also, I can tell you how they will be approach it. Okay.
So Dinesh, for Docker, are we going to deploy Spark jobs inside Docker containers kind of thing?
So Docker customizing your own images also, we will going to see it. So it's a basics, right? So what are all you all majorly as a new and fresher to enter into the big data and Docker point, what all is important, that will be covered. Customizing your Docker images, I will help you, and how to implement with multiple Dockers, right? Containers, multi-container we can combine, and we will be using with port forwarding or volume sharing, something, right? So that kind of approaches, I will help you. Okay. So network creations as well as volume sharing as well as port forwarding. These are all the basics. So once you enter into the Docker and you will be have some hands-on stuff yourself, you can learn rest of the basics. This is a Docker only. We will not be go with the Docker Swarm and Kubernetes. Okay.
Okay,
This
so
I'm going to cover it.
we are not going to deploy any applications inside Docker.
Yeah, that's a Spark project, right? I'm going to deploy as application.
Oh, okay,
That's I'm plan.
okay,
Okay, batch project. We just go how we can deploy as a project, as a container project. Something we are going to see.
okay. Perfect.
Any other question? This syllabus should cover. If anything is missed, you can raise me or inform me. I will cover it. I promise that. Okay. That's what the major topic only I just mentioned. If you learn these things while you're going to do the practice, you can go. And don't think all the topics you must know during the interview. Based on your pipeline interview topics, that what are you the project architecture you design, such kind of question only they will ask you interview. But how much you're confident in that? That is important. Okay. Any other question?
Finish one last question on the on general topic. So while we are looking through Airflow and then Spark and different components in Spark. Like when we get a work, how do we take a decision? Like this is the right path to implement. I mean, best practices, or there are multiple components that are available in big data, right? For doing the same thing. So how do we decide on what would be the opt scenario where you have to use this? Uh, will we cover some best practices or something like that?
It's a base idea I just get from that interview job description. What are all the trending jobs they are using and what are all mainly they will be mentioned. Based on that, we will select the service, that particular tools.
Okay.
Apart from a lot of the tools is available, but majorly what all they are using it. Spark is playing as a major role across all the big data platforms, so I cannot skip it. These are also one size only I can mention, but Spark only I just mentioned in two topics, two slides. So Spark mainly playing across your big data platform. So
Okay.
we cannot avoid. So everything will be covered here. Okay.
Okay.
Likewise, I just select the services topics names also. These are majorly used.
Yeah.
If suppose I want to
No,
select a
Dinesh,
particular,
I think my
that is
question
also
was
fine.
slightly
Sorry.
different. My question was slightly different. Say in Spark, we have Spark SQL and Spark, PySpark, and there are many things to do it, right? Which would be the right thing to do at what scenario? That decision making, like if that
Use
is
case.
use case based, right? Okay. So we'll be
Yeah.
covering a little bit on that decision making.
Yeah, use cases based only. If suppose how you are receiving the data, how you are going to approach it, what is the use case?
Yeah.
So if continuously you want to retrieve the data, then you have to go with streaming use case. Something is it depends on. Based on your business problem, you have to select. Let's take an Uber. Okay, Uber, you're booking the car. Where the car is now, you want to track it continuously. So that should be in streaming because it's continuous integration. You have to see the data properly. But if suppose you are going to use credit card, monthly bill you're getting it. So such that will be a part of batch processing. Monthly, once you want to generate and send the information. So business based on the business problem you want to select whether it's a streaming or batch or something, right? So
Okay.
we will not be assured. Business case will decide what is your architecture goes.
Okay. Sure. Thanks.
Okay. Any other question? Apart from this topic, old topic, scoop, HBase, everything will be recorded session will loaded in Common Drive. Common Drive, you can take it out. Common Drive mostly will be stored some sample data set and previous recording and its material details that will be stored there. I will give you, okay, I will forget to tell you what are the materials you will be getting it, right? Mm, recorded videos, recording as well as assignment topics, materials, notes, class notes, and scribes. What are all the paints and scribes we are doing, right? So that will be shared with you. Okay, these are also basics. So you can refer it. If suppose you cannot attend the session, you can refer the recording, previous recording, and come back. Okay. Any other question? So that are all. Also, I'll just mention library. We have some library. I will share you the link. You can join. You can use a lot of the books from there for your own references and practice. And sample question at the end of the topics, I will share the sample questions with the answer. You can use it. It should be an answer I will give you. You can read the question and find out the answer. If suppose you're not get clarity, you can come back to me. I will answer for the particular question. So course overview, what is we are going to cover? This is the Python basics. What are we are going to cover it? And then we're just going to start with Hadoop. Hadoop 3, we just plan to go in depth because Hadoop 2 is everybody is using, but most of the companies, they are migrating to the Hadoop 3. So what are the new advantages available in Hadoop 3, that differences, and the commands in Hadoop 3, new commands in Hadoop 3, such kind of things we will be going to discuss it. And relational encoding concept in Hadoop 3, how it is working. And this was the basics, how the map and reducer is working. The basic concepts will be covered. And Hive also 2x version, latest 2.4, something is a stable version is available. That is, we are going to use it. So how Hive is working, the Thrift server and internal the Beeline, how we can use Beeline and Hive server, both how we can use it. The sample handle we are going to see. A lot of the tables we can create in different file formats, as well as we will be going to see the different types of tables and partitioning, dynamic and static partitioning concept, and top 10 performance tuning concepts. This all we are going to see that. And joining complex data types with the Hive, survey topics, and partitioning and bucketing something. So this all we are going to discuss it. Spark will go in all the pipeline flow end to end with the data frame reader and writer between this multiple schema files, JDBC, MySQL, Hive, Hadoop, something, right? Everything we are going to discuss it, as well as structure streaming. These streams nowadays nobody is using, but I will tell you what is these stream, and I will go to the structure streaming and depth. So structure streaming, that major components, how it is working. Based on the structure streaming only, the real-time project we are going to use it. I will show you with the Kafka and Spark integration or other tools like Kinesis or Event Hub integration. I will show you. So job submissions, client submission and local submission, we will go with our VM. Cluster submission, we will go with our project, because that's understanding is a little complex. So once the any one of the topic I have taken out with our Azure or AWS, at the time I will show you with the cluster submissions, how we can submit our cluster Spark job with cluster mode something with real time, how we can visual the data, how the pipeline is going on, everything we are going to see that. And performance tuning concept in Spark, we are going to discuss it. Kafka major topics, this is also common, right? So how offset, insert, replica, and zero copy method, and Kafka serializations and topic creation, consumer group creations, and Spark Kafka integrations. So these are all the base concepts is available. Everything we will be going to discuss, and we will be going to see some examples um, with only Kafka with the API based, as well as integration with the Spark. Both we are going to see it. Okay, after the Docker we have discussed. Cassandra is a concept, how the Cassandras work, and the table creations, how we can use it. Once Docker is over, then only Cassandra we plan, because only one application you are going to work with your Docker based. So Cassandra, we are going to use it as a Docker application, and you are going to do all the practice. While you're doing the code and all, you'll get some confidence with the Docker, what you have done, what you have typed to the Cassandra something. So Docker commands as well as Cassandra practice, both you will learn it at runtime. Then you can remember the things. So based on the Cassandra, we can see with the customized images and later. This all is a pipeline. That's what I just mentioned. Rest of the topics we just plan to go with VM, but Cassandra only we just plan to go with our Docker container. Airflow also we will be going to discuss that all the concepts internal and how it is working, and types of operators, how we can interact and sensors, how there is a kind of what is it? Cloud watch, right? So not a cloud watch, time watcher. Whenever the data comes, automatically it will be raised. That's the kind of sensor concept is available. That's also we are going to discuss in this Airflow topics. So AWS, so these are also major important things. So basic level and intermediate level that will be covered here. So what I just mentioned the services, I will show you how it is working, and we will make some pipeline flow. Apart from that, Kinesis and data stream for the real time, it's based on your project selection. I will show with the AWS streaming or Azure streaming. Any one of them we can select. If we have more time, then I will show you two projects in Azure and AWS. Okay, that depends on the times. Azure services. Azure services also we'll be going to work with the Blob, Data Lake, as well as SD Insight and SQL databases and virtual machine creations. So SD Insights, how it's work, and the Data Lake is majorly playing in Azure. So how we can use the Data Lake properly, Gen 1, Gen 2, both concept we can see. but majorly we just plan to go with Gen 2. Gen 1 is not recommendable, but I will show you the examples. And Snowpipe, we just plan to go with the data lake only. Using a Snowpipe data lake, we can migrate the data to the Snowflake tables and we can see the outcome. Such things we are going to discuss it. So Snowflake already I mentioned via command and UI, NoSQL based and UI based, we are going to see it. The internal stages, external stages, streams, CDC concept, how we can approach via Snowflake, materialized view, Snowpipe with Azure and AWS, and time travel concept. These are the basic concepts we will be covered. So views, normal views is available as well as materialized views. So difference between these two will be discussed and we'll go forward in this point. Okay, so that's it. This is the concept or the topic. If suppose in future we are going to change any syllabus or any new topic, that's the time we are not sure, right? Something is being trending. That topic will be included. If you are an old student, you can pay that only one topic and you can attend the session. Just maximum 12,000 or 2,000 rupees only for a new particular topic. You can pay and you can attend it. Okay. So that's kind of basics I will inform you. Any question? So fees details, you know very well. In this form, I will mention you. It's not forcing to select all this. You want to know only for AWS integration or Azure integration, something you can select. So based on that, your batch will be divided. Okay, based on your interest, not forcing to learn everything. But if you are supposed to more than 8 years of experience, you will become an architecture level, so you must know to handle all the data, so that they maybe help you, but not forcing. Based on your options, that track will be divided. Okay, and who are all interested, just fill this form, we will contact you, not forcing, not waiting for you. Just fill this form. Based on the forms, we will contact you and confirm your seat. That's it. And payment, you can go with 2 installment. First installment you can pay and join the session. After that 1 month, you can pay rest of the amount. Okay. And I promise you, before the second installment, if suppose you're not satisfied, I can refund your amount. No worry. 100% refund. Okay. Because second installment after 1 month, you know how it's going on the session. You'll get some clarity. So not forcing you to pay entirely at the one time. If you will be not confident, you can pay in the second month. No problem. Okay. Any question? Any question, guys? If you have any doubt, you can raise in chat also in private. I'll answer.
One. I just have one question. For Kafka, I remember in your videos you were showing something about mosquito, some RabbitMQ kind of thing. Would you be showing some example like that while working
That
with
is a
Kafka?
kind of Kafka tools, MQTT, RabbitMQ, ATMQ, something is available. So HiveMQ also is there. There is a lot of equal to streaming tool available. Kafka is famous. Just comparison, and a few cases directly we cannot enter into the Kafka. So there what they will be doing in the backend, they are using MQTT. In Azure or AWS, mainly in Azure, they are using MQTT, and AWS also, while subscribing the things and all, they're using MQTT in the backend. That's just a data transfer pipeline. That's it. So there you can use it. So I just show you the comparison. That's it. I didn't go in depth in that. If suppose you will be
Okay.
going to work with this Kinesis data streams, right? In the backend, they should using MQTT only. In front, they will be mentioning their concept is called Kinesis sharding and something. But backend, they are using MQTT topics only.
Oh, concept. Okay. Concept.
Okay, so it's a kind of combinations. Instead of Kafka, how they will be handle the data via this MQTT. I will show you how to use that also.
Okay.
Okay. So just understanding, if you are a experienced person, you are like a solution architect level, you must know the basics, right? So during this discussion time, we will be discuss that point also, the basics. So what
Okay.
should I go for the future? Something is
Hmm.
and before the session starts, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we are going to see with theory part what the concept it is, and then we will be going to see with hands-on. Okay, that's what I just give you the agenda. This is the agenda we have planned to cover this 2 days, 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And after that, first 20 minutes on every Saturday, I plan to go with the doubt clarification, because whatever I'm going to take the session, you will not get clarity or you will not be practiced. That will not help you. So rest of the 5 days you can practice and come back to me on Saturday. First 20 minutes we will be discuss what you have done something. After that we can go forward. Okay. The ability for your own hands-on practice only will help you. That's I will try my best. Whatever I'm
Uh,
going to commanded, that will not help. You have to do it. That's what is an interactive session. You can raise the doubt, you can discuss, and then if suppose your doubt I am not clarified in a certain time, after the session I will contact you. We will discuss later, because others will not be worried. If suppose within a short time you will not be understand my answer, we will discuss separately. Okay.
the classes will be starting from tomorrow or from next week, sir. Sorry.
It will be start from tomorrow. You can attend up to next week, no problem. So next week also I plan to go with the free sessions. If you are satisfied, you can pay. After that only it will be paid. You must know, right, how the session goes on. So that confidence I want to give you. Then you can come for the payment pages. So
Yes,
tomorrow and
sir.
day
Sounds
after Saturday and Sunday will be in a free session, and then it will be paid. Okay, I'm
okay.
not forcing you. You just attend and confirm. Everyone answer. Okay. Any other question? Okay, so and one more, I forgot to tell you, the VM cluster we plan to go now in virtual machine, but we plan to go in with the Docker itself. So it's a kind of Docker container based VM we have planned to create for our ecosystem. So still we have some hiccups in that. Once it is finalized, I will give you that. You can practice. After that, we just go entirely with the Docker based only. Okay, that's the future plan. I don't have a time more to work on this, but I will try. Okay, it's not a separate, everything will be combined, will be created as a VM. That's plan. Okay, any question?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, guys, today is just a doubt clarification only. Tomorrow we can start with the actual session. Okay, because I don't like to mingle this with doubt clarification and the classes. Classes will be start from tomorrow. Will be discussed and it should be in slow track. Again, I'm saying don't expect to come with this fast track because understanding is matter as for my experience. Okay, the quality I will be expect really. So even for a single command I have tried, that should be do from your end, but not forcing you. Okay, but I will try my best with you. If any question, we can continue or close it today. No problem. Okay, guys. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
So Dinesh, it would be the same link to join in tomorrow.
Yeah. Up to next week also, the same link. You can use it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.